Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to the Nobody Likes Onions program. I hope you all had a good 4th of July. I know I did. I was in Oklahoma, where they've recently passed medical marijuana weed. And, you can go there in about a month when they open up dispensaries and get you some weed legally, which I think is really the way of the world if you're really paying attention out there. Have you guys noticed that a lot of the states are doing that now? Who gives a shit, Oklahoma? It's hotter than assholes there, and I had one of the worst flights home I've had in existence. Hi, I'm your host, Pat, and I'm Pat. And there's a lot of cool guys out there, but we have one of the coolest. Kool Aid is here today.
Aw, thank you.
Oh, hold on. That's not your mic.
Aw.
There it is.
Yay, there I am.
Alex Kool Aid Ansel.
Yes, cool HIV, and now Kool Aids.
Sporting the Patrick Melton WT Fuck shirt, only available on tour.
I got this one at Goodwill, but...
What do you? Oh, really? They're selling them third hand now?
Yeah.
That seems sad. You got your hair down like Mama June today?
No, just having it down, got to look like my new sexy-ass profile pic.
Mama July, if you will.
Jesus.
It's hotter than
She was in
balls.
a bikini picture recently.
Who? Mama June?
Mama June, yeah.
Oh, she's gotten real hot. She did that show From Hotter to Notter or whatever it was called. From naughty to hottie.
There you go. From not hot to hot-ish, and
it's so weird. Like when I get home, my apartment is baking so much because a lot of people will leave like their air conditioner on like 85.
Yeah.
When they go out of town, or like 90, but it'll still run all day if you do that.
Yeah, especially.
Like, there's no point. I just come in and try to cool it down, but it is literally like 99 when I walk in the door.
Gross.
And it takes 8 hours.
Yeah.
To get it down to like 80.
Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, hotter than a trap's asshole.
Good to be here, guys. We are part of the Juul gang. If you haven't noticed today, we are Juul gang, hashtag Juul gang.
Run the Juuls.
We are doing Juul gang. It's Juul gang for life. You're on the Juul. I'm on the Juul. The Juul is the new electronic cigarette. All the preteens.
Yeah, that's why I got one.
Are now vaping.
Yeah,
and
I saw it on Musically, and I had to get it.
And I've actually, I don't go anywhere without 2 Juuls.
Double
I like
Juulin'?
to call myself dual Juul.
Oh, God damn it. It's so dumb.
So
Mixing flavors on the ones in Juuls.
Yeah, and I started buying these third-party cartridges. What I like about them, too...
Those are like the
if you move these fast, it's like a rainbow. Look at that.
The Mad Cats versions.
Pretty tight.
You got the Game Genie versions of the carts.
The what?
Like Game Genie, you remember?
Game Genie. Yeah. Yeah, well, I bought these. Hand me those. These Zip Pods. You can order these online. These are third-party, like generic.
Shout out to Zip Pods, trying to get some free Zip Pods.
Because they got different flavors. This one's strawberry milk. Is that even a flavor that should be a thing?
For adults, no.
I guess they had that in school. And by the way, you are still hearing the fucking chirping from my smoke detector. And guess what? When I go to Europe, it's still going to be chirping. And when I get back in October, it's still going to be chirping. I don't have time to be running around fixing chirping smoke detector.
Or to get 9-volt batteries. That's an awkward battery.
I probably have some 9 volts laying around, but I got to tell you, I can't reach the ceiling for this thing.
Oh, yeah.
You got to have a ladder to get up there. And who buys a ladder?
You're what, 8'7", 8'4"? Like you're a tall dude.
I'm 8'7" now. I'm shrinking. But no, you can't. Who buys a ladder? Unless you own a home, you don't own a ladder.
Roofers buy
I'm not going to own a. You're right, but I'm not going to own a ladder unless I'm in that trade, some trade that needs it.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I got to tell you,
dining room chair. Well, you don't really have.
I'm just so into the vape life now. Get into the vape life. Join.
Hey, we don't need a smoke detector because you're not lighting shit on fire.
Go to nobodylikesonions.com/Juul. Nothing will happen, but why not go?
Yeah.
They're not a sponsor or anything. I just like Juulin'.
There you go.
We got James Hesky.
What up, James?
In the chat room and on the Facebooks. Thank you very much for joining James. He's in New York City. I'll be in New York City next week.
Fancy.
Maybe James and I will do a show. We can go over to his place, or you can come over to my dad's place out in Queens.
You have a dad?
No, but I call this guy my dad. He makes fried chicken in a bodega.
There you go.
Pics,
and they
please.
also sell Juul pods there, I bet.
Somebody said pics, please. Pics of what? Oh, Hesky said he fixed his tits. Every time he's on the show, I'm like, fix your tits, Hesky.
Oh,
they're always like cattywampus.
Oh, okay. I was looking at mine.
Cattywampus tits.
Aw.
I did get an Apple Watch. I haven't talked about this enough. I've really, gotten into the. I love. You know what I love? Juul and Apple Watch. I love tiny digital things.
Yeah.
All
Gadgets.
around me.
You're such a shitty James Bond.
I've got a new app on my Apple Watch that tells me when it's time to Juul.
God damn it.
And then my Juul vibrates when my Apple Watch needs to be charged.
Can you charge one with the other?
James Hesky said, hell yeah, can't wait to meet your dad. He doesn't like to meet people. He's kind of an inside dad.
He's an indoor dad.
Yeah, we don't bring him out.
Yeah, he's been declawed.
No, he hasn't. That's why he's not allowed around people. Like if I had one of these dads that was friendly, they could just talk to everybody, I'd bring him around, but we can't do that. Yeah, I got this Apple Watch. I was so pissed. I was renting a car. I did a week of shows in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Shout out to Little Rock, or not.
Which was very odd. I gotta just tell you, you forget like what the middle of the country is like when you live in cities.
True.
But you're from San Antonio. That's that feels middle of country-ish, like Bible Belt-ish.
Oh, it totally is, yeah.
Yeah, but it's still a big city. Like San Antonio is a big city.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like Tulsa and Little Rock.
I still drive through those cities.
These are also big cities. Like when you drive through them, they're like skyscrapers and buildings. Like when you think of a smaller,
they almost have civilization.
Now. No, it is, but it's still like that doesn't fix people's brains.
Yeah.
Like you will still talk to people. So I rented a car and I was putting my bag my suitcase into the trunk of the car. And
since it was a Lambo, that was it was in the hood, right?
And my Apple Watch band, I bought one of these, I bought these cheap bands on Amazon. And is
there a Juul slot for it?
It like slid right out and the whole watch fell face down on the concrete. I cracked the top of it. So now there's a crack on my brand new Apple Watch at the top, like chunks of glass missing, but I'm not going to stop wearing it.
There you go.
If anything, when I get mad, like one day in a bar, I'll have a really cool excuse to be like, just crack it into a wall or something and have it shatter completely. And they'll be like, what a baller. He just ruined a perfectly good watch. And I'll be like, I was cracked ahead of time. You knuckleheads, get out of here.
You rough their hair up.
I haven't been in Vegas, but it's been hotter than fucking shit here.
It's dumb.
But at least it's dry. Like I'm telling you, in Oklahoma, at 8 p.m. when it's showtime, it was like 98 out and humid as balls. Like just ball sweaty.
I could deal with humidity.
You can deal with humidity?
I think of it as this way. I'd rather be in a crock pot than a fucking oven.
Why?
Because there's at least some moisture. Like out here, moisture just gets sucked out of your body.
Hashtag Kool Aid prefers to be wet.
Yeah, I get wet. You don't know what's in my Juul pod.
It's so much better out here because if you walk to your car, you're not drenched by the time you get there, as opposed to like, you'd rather have
You'd rather
have 100 with humidity than 100 with no humidity?
No, of course not.
I mean, get fucked. I'm telling you, it's way worse.
If it's like 90 with humidity versus like 110 with no, give me the 90 with humidity.
Ooh, that was watermelon.
Ooh.
Only available in zip pods. Don't fuck around with these official cartridges.
I stay official. I go to 7-Eleven.
Buy some zip pods. Zip pods are better. You get more flavors. They're actually bigger cartridges. And let me tell you something else about zip pods. If you act now and use my code, which I don't have a code, but they have
the onion one.
Staggerable nicotine amount. So you can get like 6-7%, 5%.
Can you up it
2%.
for 20?
I have 1.8%. I haven't noticed the difference. I'm not jonesing.
except when you put both of them in your mouth.
Yeah, I do.
Well, that's just a mix of flavors,
no,
right?
I'm actually like trying to become one of these guys who can do tricks with vapes.
Oh, gross.
Have you seen these guys on the talk show networks? I want to be like one of these guys who can do like hold on. Here, you guys
the circles and shit?
You do commentary for it, and I'll do the tricks.
Okay, so right now he's walrusing 2 Juuls in his mouth. And he took a big fat rib, and now he's blown the smoke out like he was blowing a ghost dick. All right, now he was tusking one and, each at a time. He's going back and forth with a lot of flair, a lot of magician-like hand motions as he's letting the smoke billow out his mouth like he's almost a very operatic singer. And then now he's doing the tugboat noise. Now he's trapped in a box with smoke coming out. He is the smoke alarm, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick Mel. All right, now he took one from the right one. Now it's the left one. He's inhaling the right one again, and now he's going for a cigarette on top of it. He's biting the filter off his cigarette. He's chewing the cigarette. Now he blew out the Juul smoke. He put one in his nostril, but it was the charger's. Oh my God, he just shocked himself. He just shocked himself with the bottom of the charger. And I guess this is my show now. Oh no, there's more smoke coming out. How did he do that? That was amazing. Oh my God.
Pretty good.
Holy shit.
Pretty.
Oh my God. I think you have to apologize.
Did
to
I
Wendy's
eat a
for that.
cigarette during that? I black out during my performances. That's why I don't.
You were another, you got in the creative zone. That was the Nanette of Juul smoking.
Oh God, why would you bring up Nanette? Can we please?
It's a soothing special to put on.
All right, we're gonna watch a trailer for Nanette, everybody. And if you don't know what Nanette is, you're missing out. Get
Yeah.
yourself a knot.
You don't want to be negative about Nanette?
Hesky says that Vape Show is 100% gay. Hesky, are you still on cigarettes? Because we're going to need to get you on that Juul life. Juul
Juul gang, bitch. Run the Juuls, motherfucker.
Here's another little sketch I do. Look at it. That was weird. Thank you. I try to go for like really
Weird
cool.
is the poor man's awesome.
This is another, I'm going to do one more encore for you guys since you thought that was stupid. Here we go.
I mean, save some for the after show. Okay. All right. Am I still commentating? Okay. He put the cigarette in his mouth, but now he's lighting the filter. He's double reversing it. That is disgusting, and it's going to make the room smell like shit. He's smoking the entire filter through the cigarette. Flames still going. And wouldn't it be great if we had a working smoke alarm to let... Now he's a guest on Johnny Carson. And he's miming interactions and talking with a woman, not fully aware of how the cigarette is, but not paying attention to it. He's so casual.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. That was my show.
All right.
Look for that in Edinburgh this year.
You're so Juul life that you waste cigarettes. Ugh.
Juul life. Okay, thank you guys.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking smell hit.
That
Dude.
does smell really bad.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah. Thank you for watching some of my shows.
Ugh.
Is it Chef in the back? Definitely not Chef. Okay. Very
From
weird.
South
Very
Park?
Weird. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, so Nanette. If you don't know what's happened,
It's taking the comedy world by storm.
This is going to go into a deeper discussion that I'll talk about after. But if you're not paying attention to Netflix, I think that's where Nanette comes. Nanette-flix.
Yeah, after you finish Luke Cage season 2, which I liked.
Oh no! What
by
did
the
I
way.
do? What did I do? I didn't mean to play that.
Go.
Oh God! Now we're never gonna get a hold of the right place. What happened? We had this all set up before, where like the screen was the screen.
I just kept like unplugging shit when
Now
Patrick
I've lost
wasn't
the
looking.
mouse. I have no mouse control. There we go. Okay. What has happened?
What fly-by-night operation is this?
I left town. The batteries and everything have died. I have a Mac Mini that's going bad. I have a replacement
Bong.
Mac Mini.
Oh.
We got to get this Mac Mini put into the system. We got an old system. We're trying to get a new
Mac Mini, not a rapper.
You know, Nanette, come on. Oh, we're not going to be able to Nanette network. Why is Trump just talking on my screen? Look at what's happened. I have Kim Jong-un.
Oh, Jesus.
And now war videos playing, and I can't do anything about it because of my mouse. My mouse, Nanette.
God damn it.
What is...
What?
Tell me if you see a mouse.
What North Korean propaganda video are you showing me?
Tell me if you mouse. Tell me. Ooh. A lot of shows wouldn't have the balls to replace batteries live, but I'm not a lot of shows. You got a lot of these shows out there. They'll be like, Patrick, we check our equipment and we
Someone
don't
learned
just
something from all those military.
leave town and then
dudes
come
who-
back and hope it works. Like some sort of weird gypsy podcaster. You're on the air swapping out batteries. Can you even do that live and entertain people at the same time? Probably not, if we're honest about it.
Yeah, I saw it. I think.
We
Oh
have a
no,
mouse?
it's the blinking lights.
Yeah, it's just a Nanette. Okay, we got a mouse.
Sweet.
We got a curse. Okay, we got Nanette. And close this piece of shit.
That's
okay.
a slight improvement.
If you haven't seen Nanette, people are losing their mind. This is the type of thing Hesky would probably go crazy for. Hesky, you seem to not be doing anything. Do you want to call in? I'll fire up the phone, and you can call in and tell me your thoughts on Nanette, because I bet you love it. I bet you're a big Nanette fan. You think she's changed the game.
What would you rather charge, your phone or 2 joules?
What?
What would you rather charge if you had one charge port?
While we're waiting to see if Hesky might call in, we'll do another. Can you do Can you do smoke rings?
Nah, I do onion rings. All right, he had both of them. He held them both very daintily, almost like string fries to his.
They
mouth.
call me the muffler.
Jesus.
Oh my God! See, now I opened Skype and it's like call in or it's like sign in. Do you think I know my Skype anything? A lot of shows would log into things ahead of time. You
Was
might
that
say.
well? When do you do your camming, or is that the bedroom setup? When you do your cam girl
I
stuff?
only cam live on my Echo Dot, my Amazon Echo Dot. Crazy Joe has a bad influence on Patrick. WT fuck shirts must be one size fits all.
This is the one size that does fit all.
This Microsoft account doesn't exist. You have to have a Microsoft account to log into Skype?
Isn't Skype dead?
No, Microsoft bought it. What's my account? Anybody know?
Didn't you? Yeah.
Can we get some of the hackers in here to like
How many times have you read off your own
remind me how
credit card number to your listeners?
Oh, whoever calls in and wants it. All you have to do is ask and be nice about it. Hold on, I logged in to this. Let's see if this is allowed. Oh, it says welcome nobody, so this must be the right account. Nobody likes onions. I hope that's
It's your manager's account.
what that stands for. Oh, Hesky, if you want to call in, 323-825-4990. That is also my credit card number. 323-825-4990. Somebody will give it to you in the talk part.
The dog.
Yeah, a lot of troubleshooting going on this.
Yeah.
So Nanette is all over Netflix. Liberals love it. They're going crazy about it.
Yeah.
You could also, if you want a video in, James, just nobody likes onions, all one word. Video into me. I'd love to see your face. Talk about Nanette. James with glasses would look a little like Nanette. So this is what it is. I don't want to say anymore, I guess. Just figure it out. Nanette, everybody.
Right.
I don't feel comfortable in a small town.
Winner of the best show in Edinburgh and the best show in Melbourne. Never heard of it.
A bit tense, mainly because I'm in this situation. And in a small town, that's all right from a distance. People are like, oh, good bloke.
She called herself a
I
man.
love being
Yeah,
mistaken for
Rachel
a man.
Maddow,
I
holy
wouldn't want to be a
shit.
straight white man. Not if you paid me, although the pay would be substantially better.
Ooh, edgy.
Pretty good.
She got
I
us.
do think I have to quit comedy, though. And it's probably not the forum to make such an announcement, is it?
I get
I
it.
built a career out of self-deprecating humour, and I simply will not do that anymore, not to myself or anybody who identifies with me.
She's gonna tell knock-knock
To understand
jokes.
what self-deprecation means, it's not humility, it's humiliation. I want my story heard because what I would have done to have heard a story like mine.
Ladies and gentlemen on the phone, Nanette.
Hey, Nanette, what's
I just
up?
want you to know that I will never make self-deprecating jokes ever again.
Ever.
Ever. She's changed me. She's somehow made me even more liberal.
You just said that you'd fixed your tits.
Yeah. I let them out. That's what you want, right?
Yeah, no.
How else are they gonna dry out? That's what I do.
Yeah. I'm wearing my nice white shirt.
Ooh.
Me, you, and Alex Ansel look like Russian nesting dolls.
I'm just glad you got another fat white guy to just giggle at your dumb puns.
Hey, I slot you guys in like, fuck you. You know, I thought we had something. Guys, if you like this,
I don't think he's about this Juul gang life.
if you like this kind of irreverent banner between James Hesky and I, you're going to want to be in Boise, Idaho, October 4th through 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm totally just here to promote.
Yeah, James is flying across the country to make $0.
You're gonna make some noisy
Probably
in Boise.
Huh?
You're gonna make some noisy in
negative
Boise.
dollars.
Yeah, probably negative dollars by the time all the party favors are purchased.
Yeah.
Juul pods, by the way.
No,
or
we
zip
just
pods.
we just love hats.
Oh yeah, a lot of.
Are hats the things that make your nose run?
Yeah. No, it's cold. Have you seen this? I'm sure this is all over New York advertising Nanette. It has to be.
Sure.
Or was
Oh,
last
yeah.
month.
It's the only thing we talk about here.
Yeah.
Well, the
I mean,
Yankees are sucking, so you know.
It's a one woman show, and it's like that's fine for what it is. But anybody who's like it changed comedy, it's like you can also go fuck yourself. So
Yeah.
Well, I don't like the argument, you know, coming from a couple of fat white males
sure.
sitting here. I don't like the argument that like I refuse to make jokes about. By the way, when you said people see me and say good bloke, that's what you just did. That was
Yeah.
self-deprecating humor.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
acknowledging that you look like a man.
Hey, as someone who's been called ma'am before, yeah, you know, like I know what I look like.
We are all at least C cups.
Louis C. Cups. It's
Jesus.
my new. It's my fat Louis C.K. impersonation.
Yeah, so
When you, like and being a fat fuck, it's so much easier to block the door to keep her from leaving while you're jerking off.
if they want to watch me jerk off, I'm like, no, you really have to look. You're not looking directly at it. You're looking for reasons not to vomit.
I just don't know why.
Yeah, they'd rather look at my dick than my tits.
I don't know why people are losing their fucking minds over this. I've watched some of it. We watched a little bit of it before the show today.
Yeah, he held me hostage when I got here.
It was.
He's like, you watch this shit.
I just got to tell you though, like I don't.
Guys like us aren't able to run away.
Yeah.
It's the fact that she's just like, I need to tell my story, and if people, don't, she's like, I used to tell self-deprecating jokes as a way to get people to laugh and get their permission to tell them my story. Now I just tell them my story, and if they don't want to hear it, that's on them. But I'm not going to put myself down for permission to talk. And it's like, how about you get laughs in front of a crowd?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like it's a one woman show, which is if you take it at that, it's fine.
It's like,
But
how can you make Ellen DeGeneres?
Like, this is what a comedy special needs to be. Then you can totally go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I don't get. Yeah, you said a less fuckable Ellen DeGeneres.
No, like a less threatening Ellen DeGeneres. Like, how do you get more middle of the road?
Because I was like, who doesn't want to fuck Ellen?
Like all the
That doesn't know the difference.
audience reactions were very like polite, and it almost seemed like the crowd was like, all right, well, anytime the headliner's going to be on stage, and they're like, no, that's her. Oh,
James.
okay, cool. Okay,
Guess-
you know.
Guess who I had a little sit down and coffee with the other day?
Oh, well, if you're bringing him up, it must be only one person. Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Me and DeVito sit down, talk about our feet.
Yeah. Did you get a toe knife?
No, I don't know what that is, and it's frankly terrifying.
It's a Always Sunny in Philadelphia reference.
Oh no.
Yeah, they have a toe knife that they use to scrape and cut their toenails.
Yeah, I went and did a spot on his show.
Who's Voldemort? Can I be clued in?
And I gotta tell you, I think Butch Bradley and I are gonna become pretty good friends.
Oh,
that's good.
Yay!
I'm just so glad that this has come full circle. Our relationship has come full circle.
Well, basically, what I'm trying to say is I don't need you anymore. I've been using you to get paid this whole time.
Aw.
As leverage. Oh, he got really okay. You didn't need to get real.
I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
Hey, good news is though, you got a Juul on your way, buddy.
You get a Juul.
Yeah,
you get a Juul.
So that's all I wanted.
So you can be part of the Juul gang.
Why does your wall look like they just got done filming a season of Jersey Shore Reunion?
That's it's not patched up. It's just where the makeup hit.
Yeah, there's some things you do in New York where you have a choice where you're like, I could either pay $1,700 for a room, or I could get a room that's only half done. And I went with the latter.
I'm glad he's an optimist. It's half done, not half unfinished. So good on you, bro. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right?
You know, I've been fixing my tits.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get my optimism up.
If you squint, they look like clouds on a blue sky.
Right, don't they? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Hesky, I just noticed Roy Johnson is in the chat. You know, he asked if he could come open for me in Boise, and he's a way older friend of mine, so I thought it'd be cool to make you guys fight.
Tight.
All right. Well, hey, Roy, I just want you to know that if you take this from me, it's really all I have left, so...
Yeah, at least you're running a non-successful comedy club in Tulsa, Roy.
All right.
Isn't that enough?
Which one's that one?
He'll just get mad that I called it non-successful. He'll be like, we're doing great. Have you seen the numbers over last year?
Oh, that's so sad. But anyway, I'll be at Bananas this Friday and Saturday in North Jersey with Chip Chantry. No, I'm just fucking...
Will you really?
So if they're fighting out for opening, I can still feature, right?
No, he's featuring. He's featuring.
Okay, all right.
Please, look at me. Of course I'm a feature.
We'll bring you out to host.
Bring me. Yeah. I'm a great host. I love hosting.
I might drive up there. I might drive up to Boise.
Jesus, how long of a drive is
I
that?
think it's like 9 hours, but I heard there's a stretch of like 300 miles with nothing, not a gas station.
Oh man, think of all the bodies you could bury there or dig up.
Good thing my Pontiac Sunfire is a hybrid.
Fuck yeah, it is. Love that, dude. It looks dope. I saw it in the parking lot.
Well, it's almost got all the wheels on. I'm just waiting on one more tire.
Well, he's got the fifth wheel on back.
Yeah, well, that's just a donut, but let's not.
That's all you need is 3 wheels and a donut. You can make it across the country.
Yeah, like that old Smokey Robinson song. 3 wheels and a donut.
I thought it was a cop on a tricycle.
Well, Hesky, I thought you would be really into Nanette. That's why I thought it'd be fun if you called and defended her.
What was it like writing for her?
She was really mad every time I said the N-word, but other than that, she was cool.
I mean,
Nanette?
it would have been like, no, use it more. And you're like, no, you can't.
I said it with a hard R at the end.
Yeah. Oh, there's another way?
Nanetter?
Nanette-flix.
Can we please start calling black people Nanettes?
Oh,
Jesus. I love that every once in a while when I come on this show, I can really just start something racist. Well, that's really what I want.
I think
it's the haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to be in Charlottesville next Thursday.
Bring your own tiki torch.
Yeah.
I'll be signing. You'll be signing khakis all week.
You do look like Hesky looks like a white nationalist starter kit that's missing the bow knife. Mine didn't come with all the parts.
Yeah, I didn't bring a Confederate flag. I am one. He has one tattooed on his chest.
I gotta say, all these fights that like you see online, where it's like between one of the like alt-right guys and a Antifa like person, you're like, man.
Yeah.
This is just two fucking pussies slap fighting, like in helmets.
And nobody yells World Star, so I don't know if it is a fight video. Like, that's the...
Yeah.
If it's
There's only one guy who knows how to fight a little too well on the alt-right side. But, like, for the most part, it's just a bunch of dudes who are like, man,
Yeah.
All right, you're getting a ride home from your aunt after this.
Why are these beta cucks fighting each other?
Exactly. It's nothing but pussy.
They could have done this at home in Halo.
They're not real men like me.
Hesky, before we let you go, I was wondering if you could do a Ty Pennington impression and tell us what you're going to do with that accent wall.
Remember the old? I don't get the reference. I'll give it a shot.
Oh, the old extreme home makeover guy.
The
Would be
DUI
like, move
guy.
that bus.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Remember that guy? Hey, we're here at whatever. I'm like a younger.
Here's the thing: is this is the before picture, and there were 17 families living in this one room. They had clouds because they'd never seen the sky before, and we're gonna go ahead and move that bus, and
also,
we didn't have time for the walls. We everything else is the same. Ran out of money for this show. We're kind of broke.
We swept up some of the hair.
Hopefully, we'll get picked up by another network.
I didn't know. It looks like a recording studio that the Wu-Tang had way back when.
It is. It totally is.
You should give tours. Hesky, maybe I'll see you next week when I'm there. Maybe we can get together and do a podcast and get drunk about the good old days.
I hope so.
The good old days before Nanette's.
We'll make out. Yeah, I'm gonna let Hesky off before I go ape shit on the net.
All right, I'll be watching.
Is that a rape? Bye, Hesky.
Bye.
Right, I love you all. Bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve. Is that to Steve Curran?
Maybe.
Okay.
I think he just forgot my name.
They are gonna fight. You should take a whole when you come to Boise and do. If I drive up, you come to Boise. We'll do the shows for 4 days or whatever it is. Then we drive down to Vegas together for a couple days,
Ooh.
and Steve Curran comes out to fight you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I can fight like under the best of circumstances.
He can't either. Have you seen him?
Over after like a 4-day hangover is not going to be great.
He's asthma personified. He can't.
Just like how I'm a Human Kid Rock song.
Whatever.
No.
I'm a picture. But I look like a picture of sleep apnea. So it'll be a
People are saying Alex Ansel looks like a biker chick.
Yeah, I'm an old lady.
Honey Boo Boo's mom. That was the.
I can only ride bitch on a tricycle.
He calls riding bitch.
All right. Well, I just want you to know that I hope that the Lord blesses all of you. So thank you very much.
Well, at least that's not going to happen because it's not a real thing.
I think what he meant to say was Juul gang, bitch.
Juul gang, bitch. Yeah, absolutely. That too.
All right. Under his eye.
Oh, did you have another bit? Go for it.
Blessed be the fruit. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, blessed be Steve.
Oh, God.
All right. See you guys. Good talking.
Bye.
Yeah.
Again, James Hesky and I will be in Boise, Idaho, October 4th through 7th at the Liquid Lounge.
Ooh.
Come out. It's always a fun show. These are some of the funnest shows we do. We have some fans that come out every year to that, and we'd love to increase it. We're going to be buying a lot of Instagram ads in the area. Cool Cat will be there.
Yeah.
Signing autographs. It's going to be great.
Hold on. The Cool Cat?
No, I bought a suit. Does anybody know where we could get a Cool Cat costume? Because I would buy that. Like if I could be Cool Cat for Halloween and go trick or treating.
Not even Halloween. There's so many cons you could wear it to.
If you got a
Get
Cool
some
Cat
yiffing action.
Halloween costume, dressed up as Cool Cat, and went trick or treating. Daddy Derek lives in Vegas. Go trick or treating at his house and make him just think you're a big fan and it was random. Be like, oh no, Daddy Derek. You know, and just be like, I didn't know. I'm just a big Cool Cat fan. He loves you and he loves you.
Oh my God. Can I dress up as Vivica A. Fox?
You can dress up as anybody you want to be.
Sweet.
Can we make you and I be Cool Cat and you be the Cool Cat's mom?
Can I be the bully?
No. Well, Butch.
Yeah.
Butch the bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be whatever you want to be. Who am I to tell you?
Thank you.
That's what Nanette is really all about.
You're the opposite of my parents.
I don't know what we're doing. I really am going. I'm going crazy in this world we're making.
Okay.
Like it's not a happy place anymore. It's not a fun place. It's not a place I want to fucking be.
Jesus.
I joke about quitting comedy. I joke about death and suicide. I'm on the edge of them all. The only reason I haven't quit comedy or commit suicide is because I can't decide which one's more appealing right now.
Would you like a third Juul?
No.
All right.
No. I don't get I can't do the whole pronouns thing. I can't do the whole I was saying, like, we have how many people on this earth are gay? What do they say? 10%? Let's
Yeah.
be liberal and say 20.
Right.
How much of the conversation day to day does it dominate?
Yeah.
Both in social media and in person and in media.
Yeah.
Everything on Netflix now is a gay, trans, something or other.
Well, plus, I think a lot of it is just people showing off how, like, I can be so tolerant
Here's how
for
I
the
just,
likes and the shit. And it's
I
like,
heard this woman like saying that we should never say he or she again, and we should only use they and them,
Yeah.
and humankind and all this shit. And here's how I describe the world.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the straight white male thing that Josh Denny got caught up in with his embarrassing tweet. Did you see this? Mm-hmm. Did you know Josh Denny?
I worked with him once, and I'm pretty smammered. So, like,
You were pretty smammered?
smammered. I was a little drunky poo.
He got caught up in this thing.
Right.
Where it's like, I'm not going to like beat around the bush about it. Like, it is crazy to be a straight white male right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sick of being made to feel guilty for doing, I haven't done anything to y'all. Calm down.
Yeah.
But it is like a very diminishing thing. And I'm not saying because of that, I'm taking away from any of these other fucking causes and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like the day you go to the amusement park to ride Space Mountain or whatever the best ride is at the amusement park, the new Jungle Flinger Sling Slide 3, whatever.
Sponsored by Rick's Wings and things.
Yeah, whatever it is, the biggest, new, hottest shit. It's like going on that day and then being like, oh, that ride's closed today because it's under maintenance.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like being born into this time period feels like. I was born into this weird under construction phase of society where we're going from the patriarchy or whatever you want to call it into this, more equal time, which again, doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. I'm sure when they reopen the slide, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
But it sucks to be here in the middle of the construction.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Does that make sense? Like, it sucks to be here while we're figuring this all out because how we're fucking treating each other.
Yeah.
Like the whole Chris Hardwick thing, the way nobody gets nobody has to file a police report anymore. You just have to write a blog.
Yeah.
And then you lose everything.
Yeah.
And now we're supposed to watch a season of House of Cards with Robin right behind the desk, pounding it.
Yeah.
And what are they going to do? They're going to kill off Spacey, and they're going to do it in some weird way.
Yeah.
Or what are they going to say? He went to rehab? No, they got to kill him.
Yeah.
So
That was my
now
thing
this
too,
whole
like-
show is shit now. House of Cards was one of the best things.
Yeah. Like
In the whole show, by the way, they were a great team. They were a dynamic. If anything is equality, it's that. He was doing shady shit. She was doing shady shit. They'd come home. They'd share a cigarette by the windowsill late at night. It was a team. They were helping each other. She was in position to do stuff. He was in position to do stuff. And then at the end of the last season, that's how it ended.
Yeah.
They both were sitting on the couch. It ended. It was like, it's all going to come together in this last season with the team.
Yeah.
But now
And they
you got
banged the
Robin
guy
right in there
together.
running shit. And that doesn't make any sense. That's not equality. He's out on the street. Why? Because he tried to fuck a 14-year-old boy. Have you seen the photos of that kid? No, I'm not. Of course it's
Just
not
the ones
right.
I have.
Of course it's not right. But I don't know why we got to go cast Stifler into all his roles now. I assume Sean William Scott will be getting the majority of the stuff Spacey
They're
was
going to
up for.
reboot American Beauty with Stifler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I picture happening. I'm out of my Nanette in this.
Yeah.
She's in there. This is ruining comedy. You're all ruining comedy.
Yeah.
Eliza Schlesinger has a new special coming out. She's going around talking mad shit about women.
Yeah.
How is that okay? You're all. It's all so contradictory and doesn't make any sense, and that's why it's dangerous. There's no rules for any of this shit anymore.
Yeah.
It's just whatever people feel like saying about you today. How is there a fucking show in this town, a Cirque du Soleil show, honoring Michael Jackson's legacy?
Yeah.
If he was still alive today for touching those little boys or the rumors of it or the allegations,
Allegedly.
whatever, he would not have a fucking show in Vegas. But why?
Yeah.
Because he died 10 years ago? Now it's okay?
Yeah.
He touched allegedly tons of kids.
Yeah.
And why? Because he had a Ferris wheel and a giraffe for them to pet afterwards?
In the words of Dave Chappelle, he made Thriller.
You don't think Kevin Spacey can afford a giraffe and a Ferris wheel? Come on. Write it into the house
Or a Ferris
Cards
wheel
budget.
full of giraffes.
It just makes no sense. That's like a #1 hit show that's advertised all over this goddamn city.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Okay. You're all fucking crazy. And when you're done with this world, I hope it doesn't look like you tore apart a bunch of animals and glued them back together in a weird order.
Jesus.
Because that's what it feels like right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
The worst zoo imaginable.
Well, I feel like, a lot of these people, you're talking about Eliza or they'll just go out there and say shit just to generate buzz and because like you said, she's got a new special coming out. So yeah, she's going to, rock the boat. Anybody else that's, got something coming out, they're like, oh shit, how do I get up in the news?
All this, he hurt me, she hurt me, that hurts me, that offends me. You're building a world where nothing is going to be allowed, and you're all too dumb to know it.
Yeah.
It's getting smaller. It's getting smaller what you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
Allowed. They're not even rules or laws. They're not even rules or laws, but just socially and in the public eye,
And the
you will be
hypocrisy,
shamed
too.
and you will ruin your fucking life. There was a guy, they're calling him pool permit Peter.
Oh yeah.
You heard about Permit Patty?
Right.
This is the girl who yelled at the little girl selling water outside of Starkbork's.
No, Patty was the barbecue. Wasn't? No, that was barbecue.
No, Permit
Becky.
Patty was the who yelled at the black girl selling water.
Yeah.
That is, first of all, and she called the police. And then the black mother filmed her doing it.
Yeah.
And now she's like lost her job and positions and stuff. How about this? How about let the dumbass call the police and have the police go, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? And now there's pull permit Peter.
Yeah. Well,
Imagine Alex Ansel as a non-ironic Michael Jackson impersonator. Did you give us a taste? Hold on. Chamo.
Billie Jean's not my girl. But I would only do songs after 1996.
Doesn't matter if you're black or white.
Scream with Janet Jackson.
Oh, God. That awful one he did with Chris Tucker.
Oh, Jesus. Was that Blood on the Dance Floor or whatever?
No, it was about, he was playing like a real ladies' man in it, where he was like, I can get that girl, Chris. I can get her. Watch me with my moves. It's like, oh, motherfucker. There's a reason you talk like a kid, to attract another kid.
Yeah, Jesus. And who am I trying to check? Juul Gang.
What? What was I talking about? I was on something. I was on a whole fucking rant.
Well, no, the part I was going to bring up is the hypocrisy, too. You get one side that are like, oh, you can't say that. That's not cool, da-da-da. And then that same person will share a meme of, it's like the right wants to call the left snowflakes. But then when you point something out over there, they get all sensitive and shit. And you're like, well, you're just calling me a snowflake, but you're doing the same shit.
Like, the thing about, like, hate speech It's like the price of free speech is like the ability to fucking tolerate other people's stuff that you don't agree with. I don't agree that people should be allowed to round up and burn Jews. Okay? In an ideal world, sure.
Jesus.
But here in the society we've constructed in the modern age, not so much.
That's a brave stance to take there, buddy.
Well, it was a joke.
Yeah.
But, you know, out of context, I'd be hung from the Jews. I don't know what that even means. But
Jules, not Jew gang.
run the Juuls.
Run the Jules.
Guys, run the Juuls. This is brought to you by Rick's Juul Night. Every Wednesday, head on down to Rick's. You're allowed to Juul inside the rodeo.
Also, they
pit.
now have Juul pods based on your favorite wing sauce flavor. So,
I did see
I wasn't.
that.
Okay, I'm getting word from.
I did see
producer.
that.
I wasn't supposed to reveal that, but
Yeah,
it's
well,
coming down the works.
you weren't supposed to reveal this either, but this Wednesday night only, they'll be giving out ranch and blue cheese Juul pods.
Oh shit!
Where you don't even need to dip your wings now. You just you take a bite of ranch, you puff on a blue cheese Juul pod.
What? I can eat celery and then puff on my blue cheese.
You can do anything you want to do.
That's amazing.
Put your mind to it. You don't even need to order wings. You can just drink Hidden Valley out of a fucking vape.
Thank you.
0 calories, by the way.
Yeah, it's America for you.
I don't fucking know. I don't know what we're doing. I was ranting. I have too much stuff. We're all doing it though, and when we get there, when we all get to this big nirvana you're all building, I hope you all sit there and go like, we did it. Nobody's allowed to do anything now. Yeah. Finally.
You know, I did a joke at a bar at a Monday night, like
Doesn't
established
seem like something you would do.
all the time, and so I God damn it,
I just realized I was.
overjeweled.
I just realized I was dual juuling off camera. I'm not even doing it for you people anymore.
So doing a Monday night show, and I do this bit about how, hey, fuck legalizing weed. That's dumb. Legalize cocaine. It's Vegas. And talk about how there's cocaine dispensaries and, what do I go into from there? And then basically it goes into like cocaine causes SIDS, right?
SIDS.
Yeah,
sudden infant death
right.
syndrome.
So that's the joke kind of alludes to, maybe that's why SIDS is bullshit. Babies can't hang. Because I talk about how, babies must do coke because, I fucked it up. So anyway, in the bit, instead of indica and
You were
sativa.
fucking nailing it.
Thank you. In the bit, when you go to a dispensary, you can get indica or sativa, but if you go to a cocaine
get a hybrid.
dispensary, hold on. If you go to a cocaine dispensary, you can get it cut with baby laxative or baby formula. Then I talk about, babies must do a lot of fucking coke, and that's why they stay up all night crying, sniffling noses, blah blah blah. That's why I don't buy SIDS, So I do the show on a Monday night, advertised comedy night. And the guy came up after me, and he's like, "Hey, that's really funny. You had a great set, but I don't think it's right that you talked about SIDS. I had a child die from it, and I don't like that you equated it with bad parenting, cocaine use."
I did a joke. Sorry, finish the story.
And I just went. I go, "Hey, man, that's okay. You can tell me something's not funny, but he was telling me not to do a joke." Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell me not to do a joke. You can tell me something.
He can tell you.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, man.
He can tell you anything he wants.
It's not
and
like
you can tell him to go fuck himself.
Yeah, it's not like I went down the street and was like, "Oh, your kid died from SIDS? I got this great bit." I'm not going to do that.
I would say, I can't. You were just calling it SIDS. He probably killed himself because his dad's such a tight ass.
Yeah, and then he goes, "I know comedy. I'm good friends with Jamie Foxx." That's how he ended his sentence, and I went,
I don't know how Jamie Foxx feels about people going around telling people he's good friends. I was doing a joke in Oklahoma about I do a couple abducted children jokes, and this woman went out to the bar crying, saying, "I haven't been able to have kids."
Okay.
And it's like, okay, well,
and
they're
that's
not
how
kids.
you get a child,
Right.
is you abduct them.
Yeah, but also, like, you don't have kids that you're attached to that were abducted from. Also, you're at a comedy club.
Yeah, no shit.
One of the weirdest shows I had was in Oklahoma City, Friday night, the Late Show. So first show was great. Second show was like half full, and this woman who was way too drunk started just yelling the N-word at one of the bouncers.
Oh shit!
Now, they
Okay,
were
I
both-
thought at you, and I'm like, ooh.
They were both black.
Yeah.
But you've never seen the comedy get sucked out of a room quicker than like just a woman saying the N-word like 6 times and then
As
and
a
then
comic in the back, I
even
would have
saying
loved
like
to watch it.
I didn't say and it was like, whoa. Like she was just
I didn't say
screaming it.
Nanette.
Followed up by I was getting into it with the crowd about race and stuff, and
Yeah.
like one of the white guys up front with his arms crossed who looked like Hesky with a torch started just like talking mad shit about black people, how they suck and all this shit, just in general.
He was just pissed off because Durant left the Thunder.
But I got these girls took me outside and smoked me out in their car after the show with some of that weed drugs. And
Smoke some skunk with some skank.
And while we're in the car, one of them, there's a girl in the back seat and a girl in the front. And the girl's like, I thought everything was funny except the kid stuff. And the girl in the back said, that was hilarious. And I go, why did you think? Oh, well, she was talking about how people didn't think the black jokes or race jokes are funny. And she goes, yeah, that's stupid. They should just know that they're jokes and it's fine. But then she said the kid stuff wasn't funny. And I go, how do you think that's different?
Yeah.
You just have a different line than these people. And she was like, I don't see that, how that's. And I'm like, you just don't like me talking about kids. They don't like me talking about race. Like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And if every comedian like sat there and respected every bullshit line that every person in the room had, the topics you'd be allowed to talk about are like slinkies and ice cream.
Yeah.
Like you could talk about my brother hurt his toe on a slinky once.
Yeah, exactly.
Every comedian, James Hesky says, every comedian should get a list of topics that are okay from the audience before the show starts. It's only right. Yep, you should go around with maybe
And
like
if they're
a
not
form.
written in English, then it's not for them. No.
Go around with a little form, have people give you what they think is acceptable to talk about.
I would get the list of what not to say and be like, all right, cool, here's my set list.
Yeah, exactly. No, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And then I flew home. You know, there's no direct flights from Little Rock. This was hell. This is the most hell flight I think I've ever been
There's
on.
no. You're talking about the Little Rock International.
Or sorry, from Oklahoma City even. There's probably a Southwest flight from Oklahoma City to Vegas, I'm sure. But Daddy flies American because you got to get them miles.
Damn right.
I use
I'm a
them
Delta man myself.
I use them for things like sandals, all-inclusive resorts,
and Juul pods.
free windbreakers from the Kiwanis Club and stuff. But I get on a flight to Dallas. It was fine. That's a shorter flight. And I'm in the Dallas airport. Flight's delayed. I didn't think I'd be getting home anytime soon. Finally, we get on this plane. It's boiling hot. So this thing's been sitting out in Dallas, which is very hot right now. It's not as hot as here, but it's hot as fuck. And a metal plane sitting out, obviously. The jetway needs to be air conditioned. The plane needs to be air conditioned. The air conditioner is broken on this flight. Broken.
Gross.
It's an A321 Airbus, and if you don't know what that means, it's just a longer fucking plane. It's long. It's a long one. It's one of the ones that can hold about 60 extra people or whatever. So it's really long. This thing is just filling up with the sweatiest. I get stuck. I'm in an exit row, so I have tons of room, which is great. And I put my feet out, and this woman comes to sit next to me, and her husband goes across the aisle and sits there, and she's like, do you mind if we sit together? And I'm like, he's on a middle seat. And I'm like, yeah. Well, the other guy comes on the other aisle.
Yeah.
And he switches with her. Now, he is fucking the size of me.
Yeah.
And sits down next to me. And this motherfucker is dripping wet. I am not sweaty at this point. I just came from the airport.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is dripping. Do you drip, Ansel?
I mean, after a while.
You one of these fat drippy guys on planes that everybody hates?
No, I mean.
Come on, motherfucker. I'll jump this desk.
First of all,
You probably are. You're one of these.
No. Oh, dude, I'll
you
tell
said you prefer to be wet. You said you like a crock pot. You would have loved this plane.
Anyway, well, I almost missed the plane when I went to Dallas last month, and I was like fucking huffing it to my gate. I'm yelling my name. She's like, "What's your name?" Ansel. All right, just go straight on. And I barely get on there because it was the night after the Vegas Knights. Yeah, the Vegas Knights lost, and so there was this huge surge of people Friday morning, all leaving. Barely get to the gate, and I'm fucking I'm gross at this point.
Yeah. Well, outside, it's just impossible.
So
Skinny people are.
So I'm bumping into motherfuckers. Thank God I was only like in row 12. And I'm just like, oh. And I bet you the dude who was sitting next to me was pissed because he's like, I got a whole row. Because I buy 2 seats. I'm going to be comfortable. And, you know, as a fat fuck as I am, it's not fair to the other person.
You buy 2 seats?
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody do that.
No, I either buy 2 seats or if it's cheaper to fly first class.
How do you buy 2 seats? Do you just buy one under a fake name?
No, I use my middle name for the first name on the second one.
Is that what they tell you to do?
That's just what I do, and I tell them, "Oh, hey, no," and then they look at me and they go, "Okay, you know." But but a lot of times though, and here's the best part: you can buy 2 of the cheapest like seats that are away from each other. Well, they're not going to cut you in half, King Solomon style. So they have to.
What do you mean buy 2 of those seats that are far away?
Well, you know, depending on the airline, sometimes. You know,
you pick the seats while you're booking?
Yeah, and then sometimes it doesn't matter if they don't have to be next to each other.
Do they ever just bump you to first class?
Not yet. That'd be awesome.
That'd be great.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Man, first class is like white privilege you can buy. It's awesome. I miss it.
People are saying, hold on one second. It's not Denny, it's Kool Aid. Should have known he's not interrupting enough. Alex has become quite the regular, and bless his soul for surviving Kyle. Yeah, you haven't been back since Kyle.
Oh, Jesus.
You want to talk about your Kyle experience?
Yeah, it was kind of like babysitting a very hyper 3 or 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Because you're always like, hey, no, okay. And I'm like a super patient person, but after 2-3 hours of it, I was like, just kind of like, I'd look at Kyle like this and be like, and then I look at Pat, you know, Patrick, and just be like, Pat! Be like, talk to your boy. Like, what the fuck?
He's crazy. He's out of his mind. And I get to spend a month living with him in Edinburgh. We're staying together.
Yeah, cool.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Kyle's
a dude I would love to hang out and drink with and like shoot the shit, but all that.
He's
but if we have to do something like
he's like a flu vaccine. It's good in small doses.
You got to build up a tolerance.
You don't want to just go ahead and inject yourself full Kyle.
Plus, he's not in the Juul gang, so I think maybe that has something to do with it.
I think he'll be in New York next week. I would love to get Hesky in a room with him and see how that goes down.
There'd be a lot more clouds on the wall.
Hesky and Kyle could probably maybe match each other drinking. I'm not like the giant drinker anymore. I've cut back on the weed. Mm-hmm. I've cut back on the drinking. You don't see me just hanging out with bongs and Juuls all the time. But it is legal here, which I think, you know what? That kind of takes some of the fun out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I've moved on to heroin.
Fuck yeah.
That and for the weight loss.
Yeah.
Does heroin help you lose weight? Call in.
Well, yeah, because you're worried about heroin, not food.
So to finish up, I'm next to this giant guy who's just dripping sweat, and they're always in like plain white T-shirts. These guys.
So they can win $50 or what?
I don't know. And he sits down and he puts on these giant headphones. And he insists on like hugging his backpack. It's like we're in an exit row. Put it away. And he's also doing the thing. It's the two exit row seats, not 3.
Oh, okay.
So it's like 2 and then a gap by the door where the flight attendant sits with the fold down seat facing the other way. He's doing the thing where he's like taking both the armrests. It's 2 seats side by side. We're both an aisle.
Yeah.
And we're both like we have the same. You don't get the middle.
Yeah.
I don't like these fat guys who think I know I'm huge. When I'm in a plane seat, I get real like this and try to not, shoulders together and try not to be an imposing force. I get it. I'm a mess. You see me coming down the aisle, you're hoping, not me. I know it. I see
Give me the
looks
lady
on
with the
your
baby.
faces.
Yeah, give me the lady with the baby.
James Hesky said, I have a huge drinking problem. I bet I can take Kyle. I'd love to see it.
Kyle's the size of my liver.
Kyle's losing his mind, by the way, because LeBron James is going to the Lakers.
Ugh, gross.
He is losing his mind. I
Yeah.
guess I'm a Lakers fan now.
Yeah. I saw that post.
He went to the NBA store in Manhattan today. He's in New York.
Yeah.
And he tried to buy a LeBron jersey, Lakers jersey, and they're like, we don't have those yet. It's been like 5 days.
Yeah.
But they put the
No,
billboard.
but you could buy it on the sidewalk, I bet. And they have bootlegs.
Oh,
of
I'm
it
sure.
already. Yeah.
He would never not buy an authentic.
Oh, no shit? Oh, okay.
And he must be cool in the heat because he only wears those basketball jerseys everywhere he goes. What if you and I just wore basketball jerseys around?
Jesus Christ.
Deep cutouts for the shoulders.
Yeah, I don't like walking around with my like armpits exposed.
Come on.
Fuck that.
Come on, you and
Dude,
I.
when people travel.
Would you guys pay for the sexy boys of NLO calendar? If I could get me,
I'm down.
You, Hesky, Kyle, we'll rope Denny back into this. Johnny B.
I want to be for July, but spell it with 2 U's.
Roy. Could we get Roy in it? He would say he wouldn't do it, but he'd show up. And we put you in like
Princess Leia slave bikini.
design. Don't you have an underwear sponsor?
Yeah.
What's there?
Bear skin.
Yeah, let's put you just in that, and then body paint up top if you're uncomfortable.
Body paint on the bottom.
You know how like body paint makes it look like you're wearing stuff. What if we drew like a labyrinth around your body in body paint? And people had to find the beginning and the
draw
end.
better abs. Like
What if
draw
it
a
just
slimmer
ends
body.
in your asshole? You found the treasure.
Like a Wile E. Coyote cave painting.
I was able to find a LeBron Lakers jersey, no problem on the street. I don't know if Hesky's serious about that or not. He doesn't seem like he's into basketball. I've never seen him wear a jersey.
Larry Bird, if you know what I mean.
He usually wears like generic Lacoste shirts, less cost shirt.
Less cost.
Yeah. Or they're called like Lacoste LE. Oh, a Lackers jersey. I see what you did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you're making fake jerseys, why even bother faking the name? Just make nice because then I guess you get arrested. Until that happens. I've been to Chinatown when everybody scrambles. People are saying play the air horn. Why? Because Kyle's getting a jersey? But so I get on this plane. It's hot as fuck. The pilot comes on. He's like, our air conditioning systems on this flight are down. It's 2.5 hours from Dallas to Vegas. He's like, I think we're going to go ahead and go instead of waiting for a repair because we'd have to get y'all off.
Yeah.
But once we get up to altitude, it's so cold that it should be fine.
Oh, okay.
Wrong.
Yeah, because you're closer to the sun.
Well, there's still like, it's not circulating.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just stagnant, cooler air.
Plus,
a
you
little.
can't like pull one of these joints where you like
Yeah,
roll
you
down
can't
the
roll
window.
down a window. They frown on that since Michael Rappaport had to save a guy. Did you see that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
So, and I love these things too. Like Michael Rappaport saved a plane because a guy tried to open the door mid-flight because he thought it was the bathroom. You can't open those doors mid-flight. Like at altitude, the pressure's not going to let you open that door. You psychos. You can do it when you hit the water.
It's peer pressure from the other doors.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to open the door. Let that idiot just tug on it all day. That's how they should let kids wear themselves out. Because once we got up about an hour into this flight, when it was apparent, and by the way, they're getting so lazy, these airlines. I used to take a 2.5 hour flight. They bring a drink service around twice.
Yeah.
Like, so you're not getting parched. It's very dehydrating on a plane. The air's dry. That's how people get sick. It's not the germs on the plane. Your immune system suffers because you're dehydrated.
Plus, you can't Juul on the plane.
You can, but you got to be discreet about it and blow it out down the drain in the bathroom because there's suction.
Or you blow it on the guy next to you and he gets blamed for it.
I would love to do a hidden camera show where you go into airplane bathrooms on flights.
Fuck you.
and then
Shit with the door open? Yeah.
and then a little boy wearing the same thing comes out.
God damn
If we could somehow get the Carbonaro effect on that one.
God damn it.
Would that be? People would be like, huh? And you'd be like, oh, it's the pressure of the plane. It's why every 3 months I have to go to the juicing room.
God damn it.
Like a Willy Wonka thing.
Put the squeeze on me.
So we're at altitude, and then this fucking white trash mom who I've been running around this whole flight, she pops up and she's like, I need a napkin. My son puked. And it takes about a minute to hit you.
Yeah.
But now it's stagnant.
Oh.
No air conditioning, no circulation. Puke smell.
Fuck
Like
that.
a puke. And the kid starts screaming, I'm tired. Like scream crying.
Ugh.
And now we're just everyone's face is in their shirt. The fat guy next to me has even got his face in his shirt, which I can't imagine was an improvement. And
you can see through it because it's white.
they got nothing to like spray on this flight. They're using like those cheap brown paper towels that they have in the airplane bathroom to like clean up vomit on the seat, but it's just rubbing into the stitches and the cracks of the faux leather shit. And this is 3 rows away from me, so I'm like, this is the rest of the flight now.
Yeah.
Because it's on the carpet.
Oh,
It's a totally full flight, not one empty seat. Nobody can go anywhere.
Oh, that's enough to test. And I'm the type of person that if I'm on that flight and I know everybody is like wound up to 11, and they're just so agitated, I'm the guy watching of like, oh, where's the shit gonna hit the fan first? Because I'm such a voyeur when it comes to that shit. Where I'm like, when people would lose their shit in stores, I'm like, I have to watch this. Like, I would walk over there and just be like, oh my god, look at that person just screaming at the cashier. Oh, that's the best.
You're a better man than me, because let me tell you what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was watching this boy. The father finally comforted him by he's
throwing
standing in the
up on
aisle
his
now.
boy.
So the dad is on one side of the aisle. Then there's the aisle. Then there was the mom and the kid and a sister. There was a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
The girl's standing up against the window now because of the vomit all over the seats. The kid's screaming with socks on, stepping in the vomit. The mom's up trying to clean it. Now the girl decides to help, so she runs across the vomit seat and jumps down to go to the bathroom to get more paper towels, but now she's got vomit on her. The dad's sitting there just trying to pretend like he doesn't know them and didn't make a mistake 10 years ago when he had this fucking disaster of a kid and wife. and then when it's all like calmed down and as clean as it's gonna get, the mom switches to the middle seat to give the edge seat to the boy.
Yeah.
Now the mom's just sitting in vomit. And the boy is standing up in the aisle, hugging his father who's sitting across the aisle, watching something on his iPad with these big Bose headphones on.
Yeah.
And then we start hitting crazy turbulence, and they turn the fasten seatbelt sign on. But this guy doesn't move and doesn't make his kid, who's, again, maybe 7, 8, I don't know, sit down. So I'm just like, I hope this fucking plane gets tossed and turned and twisted, and this boy goes flying around inside like a goddamn ping pong ball. Like, I want this boy hurt.
Like that OK
like,
Go.
Fuck you.
Like that OK Go video where they
like
do
there's a vomit bag in the back of every seat.
Yeah.
You sack of little shit. You're old enough to know what it is.
Yeah.
And another thing, there were 2 dogs on this fucking flight, which I've had it with.
Yeah.
I just read a story. There was a story where a dog died on a flight. And then there was a story last week that United saved a dog that was flying on their flight by giving it an oxygen mask from the first aid thing. How about this, United and every other airline? Stop saving dogs and let's put a thing that says it's dangerous to fly with your dog. They could die. And then people will be a lot more careful about flying with their fucking dogs. No more dogs.
Would you be okay with
How did
cats?
nobody... I remember flying with my mother in the 1980s for the first time on Eastern Airlines. It's gone now. There were no dogs.
Yeah.
She could smoke.
Yeah.
That you're allowed to do. How many more people are hurt by secondhand smoke than dogs? I bet
Well, the
a lot
air
of
was
dogs...
circulated and filtered too.
Yeah, but it's just like, I don't need to smell your stupid dog. And also, like, now if I'm in your row, you have your fucking, like, Greyhound laying across all of our toes and all of our bags. I'm sorry, I need to get some gummy worms out. Can you move your dog's nuts?
Yeah.
It's trail mix, guys. I could deal without it. Let's wrap this up on a happy note. We need to end with something happy. And maybe we'll do an after show where we just watch Nanette straight through,
Jesus.
beginning to end. No interruptions. I want a real theatrical experience. I don't want
I'm
commentary.
not doing it sober.
You're doing it.
I said I'm
Matter
not
of
doing
fact,
it
I might
sober.
leave the room and just leave you in here to Nanette.
Oh, God damn it. You already did that once today.
Nanette.
Ugh.
Let's talk about this. England is doing well in the World Cup, which,
Boo, go Germany.
as you know, Americans could give two shits about unless something funny happens. And we have enough English fans that I know will know about this shit. There is a meme, a whole meme train going around about England bringing football. Football is coming home, they call it. It's gay.
Are these better than the Neymar memes?
What do you mean?
Neymar, the player that rolls around on the ground from the slightest little hit.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
So I guess during the semifinals, I don't know what it is. It seems cocky to put this out. I guess it's been 50-something years since England has won the World Cup. But now they're making all these little meme videos. Watch this. This is what they're doing to entertain.
This is it.
Yeah, Dunkirk. Argentina, Spain.
What do you see? It's coming. Home.
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home.
Football's coming home. It doesn't even make sense.
It's coming. Football's coming home.
52 years. But it doesn't stop.
Is there a Game of Thrones one?
So that was a Dunkirk. There's every kind of one. Here's a Shrek one.
Our Lord and Savior Shrek.
Where is everybody? Hey, look at this!
We'll go on getting back, so getting back, so getting back, so getting back, so
It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home.
So there are hundreds of these. I'd love to start a thread on the group and find the funniest ones. There's a Friends one. There's an old British version of The Office one.
Ooh.
Here's the Friends one. Everybody loves Friends, right? That's still on nine times a night.
Marcel, where are you going with that disc? You are not putting that on again. Marcel, okay, if you press that button, you are in very, very big trouble.
It's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming, football's coming home, it's coming.
What if you lose? It's not over. They haven't won. Why are they singing It's Coming Home? I want to know. God, I wish Sean was up in Liverpool because he would call, I'm sure, with like all kinds of the
Ron Burgundy one. That
the
one's
Ron
good.
Burgundy
Yeah.
one's pretty good because somebody did some real good sound mixing on this.
Yeah! This is a surprise, I'll tell you.
Come on, Aqualungs.
We got it now.
That's a Juul
all right.
flute.
Let's go!
Yeah, there's just a million of them. I saw a Simpsons one. Here's a Michael Jackson one.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
I'm sure there is.
Marvel movie.
There has to be.
Pro wrestling.
I'm sure there's one of all of them, man. I don't know. I'm scrolling through. I don't see anything.
Well, I
recognize.
want one that's relevant to my interest. That's why.
But that's why I'm asking people to find them and then post them on the Facebook group, nobodylikesonions.com/Facebook, and show us your dumbest ones. It'll be great to make fun of England. There's no way they're winning anything. And I know that's probably not smart to say a couple weeks before I head over there. But I'll be in you anyway, London. You know how we go. Every year we have a rousing good time. Alex, anything you want to cool to the aid before we get out of here? You got any stuff you want to plug? You got some
shout outs to
medias?
Cool Cat and the new Cool Cat costume I'm getting.
I would really love to find where to get one of those.
Before Patrick gets one.
Oh, come on.
Shout outs to Nobody Likes Onions. Thanks for having me. Shout outs to, just look me up online at Y2 Kool Aid. Letter Y, number 2, Kool Aid, KOOLAID. I'm going to be in, when is this show going up? It's live, right?
Tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
All right. Well, Friday and Saturday, I'll be in LA. Yeah. Check out my social media to get the exact dates and locations. So if I owe you money, come find me, bitch.
Just you and Nanette.
Yeah, just me. I'm opening. Hey, if she called and she wanted you to open for her, would you?
No.
All right.
Probably never.
Nice. I probably wouldn't sell a lot of merch because I sell a lot of white tank tops, aka wife beaters.
Speaking of Bieber,
What?
Bieber's engaged. Give it up to Bieber. I think Bieber is marrying Stephen Baldwin's daughter. If you don't know Stephen Baldwin, he was in The Usual Suspects, and he is crazy hyper Christian. His daughter's a hot model, 21, I think.
Jesus.
And now Bieber's getting married to her. These relationships will not last. Strap in.
What?
Also, the Peter Davidson, Ariana Grande thing. What is happening?
Good on him.
Didn't Amy Schumer go off and do this too? Just like break up with a guy, and then like 2 weeks later she was engaged to another guy. Like, what is everybody doing? And I guess that's the way it happens. You go nuts. You're mental. You just jump into it.
Yeah. Or, like a lot of people have their backup. And it's like, well, if this doesn't work out.
I feel like it's very strange to jump into these long-term relationships with people you don't know. Yeah. And then you're still in the honeymoon infatuation phase. You're still banging every night. But no, now you have tattoos of each other. And let me tell you something about people with tattoos of stuff that has nothing to do with them. They're crazy. They're crazy. We have a lot of people who have tattoos of this show. You're crazy. It's like Lane. Remember Lane and Stephanie? Boy, do we have some juice on them coming up. People who get crazy tattoos, like Josh Denny with his McDonald's tattoo. These are nutty people. Did you know this? Josh Denny has this tramp stamp of a McDonald's cup with a straw coming out of his ass crack that says, "I'm loving it."
Okay. I mean, did he lose a bet or?
No. I dared him. I said he wouldn't do it. He said he would. And then I went and got this tattoo. And then he went and got that.
All right. And yours says laugh.
Yeah.
It's on your bicep.
Yeah. I'm saving up for live and love.
Oh, gross.
Guys, thank you for listening.
Basic bitch move.
NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. $10 a month. I have a lot of overdose stuff I haven't put out yet because I've been traveling. I'm here for the next
too busy juuling.
8 days with good internet. We're going to be pumping out a lot of PMs and the AMs. I got some shows scheduled. We might have a very special show coming out later this week. I've said too much already.
What?
And
it's me in a wig.
Yes, it's you in a wig. And blackface.
Oh, Jesus.
Join the overdose. It's how we get going around here. And I plan on having a setup to do a lot more podcasts and release them with more regularity while I'm over in Europe this time. A little different setup and ability to do that this time. So hopefully this process will crush them down.
Co-hosted by Kyle.
Quickly. Kyle will not be on many shows in Europe. We do have some other good people, though. And I don't want to talk too much about Kyle, give him too much attention. That's the kind of stuff he craves and loves. Join the overdose. NobodyLikesOnions.com/overdose. $10 a month. Get the bonus stuff. Roy and I did a bonus show that's unfollowable because we're so drunk and strung out of our fucking minds. Ooh. It's on the overdose now. I still have to put the one up of you and me and Kyle reviewing the Cool Cat DVD movie, which we did not make it through because Kyle needed to eat.
How about we just review that episode?
Yeah, you're not bad. And then the after show today, where it will just be Kool Aid in a room watching Nanette.
Oh, Jesus.
With no commentary from me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to put myself
I'm
through
going
it.
to dual
leave.
cast it on my Cam Girl channel.
Gross. Thanks for being here, Alex. Thanks for calling in James Hesky. Again, James Hesky and I, October
Hesky.
4th through 7, Liquid
Juul
Labs.
Gang, bitch. Juul
In
Gang.
Boise. Juul Gang, Juul Gang. Hashtag Juul Gang. Juul Gang for life. Get your Juuls. NobodyLikesScience.com/Juul. Juul. And
Rex Wings and things. I'll be there Wednesday.
I'm going to leave the stream going, or we'll start a new one. You'll figure it out. I don't think I can play music because Facebook gets real touchy about that kind of stuff. So if it's silent, your grandfather will